Welcome to Strange Jigsaws. No, this is not a follow-up to Strange Antiquities, but it's another rule discovery puzzle game. Now, even the title screen is looking interesting because it's like, why are there arrows next to the buttons? Why is a button that says venture into the unknown? And then we press it and we have ventured somewhere. But right now it just says go back. But what if we could discover something? That means we don't have to go back. Something else will happen. There's also this piece here that says TTOTFJ. What could that mean? And also, yes, some blocked strange jigsaws. Strange jigsaws 2. This puzzle of a circle. Like, I'm already feeling like there is some mysteries hidden here that we will need to, go deeper and uncover. But I assume we have to actually play the game first before we get into it. But keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. We may be able to discover more later. But yes, let's get into what actually strange jigsaws are. Shall play. I hope you enjoy the game. Like, what's with all the arrows? Okay, click on all the pieces to drag it, rotate. You can rotate while dragging. Controls will be explained. Okay, we have to accept that we understood the instructions by doing a puzzle. We got it. Solve jigsaws. Find the golden pieces. Open the door. Yes, I am ready. This space is intentionally left blank. Okay, we've got some scared face. Yes, we've got some scared face, which goes to a square, which goes to a circle, which goes to a star, which goes to a lightning bolt. And there's those various pieces that we could potentially connect in some ways and do things. Door to the Jigsawverse. There's an ice cube with something hidden inside. There are, of course, jigsaws. I'm like immediately looking at things that are not the jigsaw pieces, being like, what secrets are you hiding? But sure, let's look at some jigsaws, right? Like, I assume we just have to put the plus and minus pieces here in a way that they alternate between each other and based on how they fit. So this piece fits here, this one fits here. This goes here, and this goes here. We've solved the jigsaw, but now more things have dropped onto here. But yes, I want to know what's going on with this, because we want the star going to the lightning bolt. So we want to make this connection, and we want to connect the scared face to the square. Yeah, it's happening. And then we want to connect the square, which is down here, the output from the square, to a circle, which this piece will do it. We have this weird piece. Now, circle to a star, so it needs to, yes, it needs to do a U-turn. And we've turned the computer on, and we can go into more things. There's settings. Okay, it's the actual settings, not like strange settings for the game, or not the strange settings for this internal computer. But so yeah, we can do things that are now. I'm like, is this part of the actual game, or is this extra content? I'm like, what are we doing here with this text? It's heavy, so I assume it says warning. Yeah, because it's an anvil. I'm like, this is so interesting, but I'm not sure what to do first. Do I do the computer or the anvil? But I guess I can drop the anvil onto this ice and I get the things that were in the ice. Okay, so yes, this puzzle is continuing while there's things on the computer. So I guess we're gonna get the computer in a bit. So we have a bunch of things happening, right? This puzzle's on fire, we've got ice, we need to put the ice on the fire. We've got this circle with some symbols that goes around this space that's intentionally left blank. So we want to put it all together. But we get a message from Fleb, which is the developer of this game. A puzzle arrives from the future. Click anywhere to collect. Okay, we've got another puzzle. The past, the future, space is blank, something timeless power. We've got some arrows that could be plugged in somewhere. So we can't move this. We can't move this panel. We've got... Okay, we have to put in a free symbol, or we have to put in a free number code that we have to get from somewhere, and we get those 2 triangles. Oh, we can make numbers by connecting the triangles. So it makes a 3 if we connect them that way. It makes a 9 if we connect them that way. And it makes a 7. So 3, 9, 7, or some combination of those. 3, 9, 7. No. How do we know which way we're going? Oh, it tells us circle 7. Okay, so circle 7, that's the first one. A star is 3, so that's the last one. So a square is 9, and then a 3. Yeah, we've unlocked it. Now we have the timeless power, and it plugs into here. After clicking on the puzzle piece, use the W and S keys or the up and down arrow keys to zoom in and out. Okay, so when we click on this, we can zoom. Oh, we've left this space and we went into another space. The puzzles within the puzzle, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. Strange Jigsaws, L1 battery, timeless power. Again, we have the blank space. It's the piece of that puzzle with the code used for powering time machines. Lab is also responsible for circular logic, space-time paradoxes, or other recursive contradictions resulting from the use of the battery across scales. Don't worry, I plugged it in. Okay. Oh, I have to zoom this piece in. Yes, so then I'm zooming in and I'm going in further and I get the pieces for that time code thing. Battery storage, we get this piece and it goes in here. So we have to plug it in. The time machine is batteries, yes. We need to make the batteries. So we have to put it in the right way so that we can zoom in. Because I can't zoom into it while I'm just holding it. Okay. This is making something happen within the puzzle. Like the things are moving. Oh, so I need to like make it fall out or something? Okay, it only has gravity while it's in this space. Okay, so now it's open. And now it stopped responding. What's happening? Now I can zoom in? Yes. The gate needs to be in the center or right side up. Okay, so that was how we were supposed to solve this, but we couldn't really see this text while we were zoomed out. Okay, I can't like move around the screen, so I can't see what the other things. This way I have to open the gate. Yes, I opened the gate. Oh, 4-leaf clover. Okay, so we have to find a 4-leaf clover amongst all of those things. And plug it into the center, I assume, because this isn't working. Okay, well, I guess I just sort them. Though the 4-leaf clover might be a trick, right? It might be there might not be a 4-leaf clover we can see. We may have to construct one in some way. But right now, oh, no, there is one. There we go. Okay, it went in. We can zoom. But I'm like, okay, I can't move them anymore because I was like, should I inspect them? Maybe there's more secrets. Some pieces can scale if you click and hold them, then zoom. Keep going, almost there. All you do is click and hold while pressing zoom, and they will shrink a bit. This only shrinks, but something else can grow. Okay, well, that was just a tutorial. Okay, I have gone now all the way. So does that mean when I do the ice, I can zoom it? No, I can keep zooming. Okay, but that just takes me where I was. Yes, the time machine still needs batteries. Yeah, I still haven't gotten the batteries for my time machine. So do I just keep going? Do I keep zooming? Okay, so that makes me go in a circle. But I can reset myself to here, so I am where I was. Can I zoom in the ice? No, I cannot zoom in the ice. So that still remains a question of how we solve this without extending one of the pieces. Oh, I know how we solve it. We take this ice from the instructions and we put it on the remaining flame. But then that means, yes, this flame that's on the instructions also needs to be put out. So that doesn't help because that means I need that extra ice there. And then I can't put everything out on the board. Okay. It feels like I somehow need to learn more about it in order to put this out. Well, we can go in the computer as well. What's happening in the computer? Impossible lock. Okay, we've got puzzle support. Fab has entered the chat. What's the issue? Ah, the pieces aren't moving. Sorry about that. I'll work on a fix. In the meantime, I bet you still can't solve the puzzle. The volume is supposed to be unlocked by putting the key in the lock, so I'll unlock it for you. Oh, okay, thank you. And then what? We need to enter a code? Oh, we can say fix it? Fix it, Valve! Fix it! Well, apparently telling him to fix it doesn't fix it. Well then, what else we can do? Oh, I bet if we put this key on the things, it would tell us the letter, because it would be the ST. So ST, although it might be TS, like if we go by rows. So let's go that way. T. No, there is no T here. So ST, then this column. So it would be U. Is it gonna say stuck? Yes, it's gonna say stuck. Yeah, nice! I've got the fixed version of this puzzle. Check it out on the desktop, and you'll have the chat. Okay, impossible log final. Okay, so here we've got, I'll be here for any issue. Thanks, Phelp. I appreciate, but yes. I've kicked the puzzle off my screen. Well, that's not supposed to happen. I'll work on a fix. I think you can probably still solve this puzzle and unlock the bottom for you. Yeah, so here we would have the thing pointing at the right letter. So this is 3 and so the 4th, right? Is it still going vertically? So F is first. Like, I want to go horizontally, but I think it's going in columns. So F is first, then the second E, then the third is A, then C. No, what they do wrong? That's not the right word. The sound pleases me. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. It's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be flipped. It's supposed to be rotated. So it will be going like this into the hole, except it's not because, you know, the puzzle's not working. But then are we going this way? So the first letter is still F, but the second letter is, oh, come back! I need to see it. Then the third letter is R. Then C, and then E. Okay, it says force. Yes, we did it. Great job. I've got another fixed version of the puzzle ready. Check out the desktop. Thanks, Phelp. You're the best. One more try. Where are the key parts? Oh, making games must be hard. Everything just keeps breaking. As this one spins this way, but this one spins this way. And there's like a little thing. Can I take the little thing? Move the little thing? No. Okay, I'm seeing some yellow things underneath. Yeah, there's like things down there. Can I get them? Or do I need to once again imagine how it would work if they were in place? Hey, Phelp, can you unlock it for me again? Phelp, are you there? Please help me. Help me. No, he's not responding. He's like, no, my God, I give up. I tried to make a game, all broken. Don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, we just have this. Okay, we were actually able to put this on here. And now the things are revealed. There's the key. I'll see if I can get you a fixed version of this later. You can definitely solve it. Okay, yes, we have like the little pieces and we could see how they would like attach together, but we can't actually do it in the game. They don't move. So we're gonna have to use our imagination or a whiteboard to put them together. So like this one would be just at the bottom and it would fit with this piece, right? Because the little pointy triangle would go into the slot. So then that's the first letter from the first column, so M. The fourth letter from the bottom, so E. Then second R. Then the top with G. And then 3 up, merge. Merge is the answer. System requirement satisfied for now. Okay, Ferb has left the chat. Well, thanks, Ferb. We've done it. Okay, well, we still have a bunch of things. We have the Hamburger Maestro. Solve 0 of 3. So let's see what's to do with those hamburgers. A discerning customer. They want a burger above the tomato, the lettuce above the tomato, and the tomato next to the burger. Okay, that should be fine. So they want a burger above the tomato, but they also want the tomato touching the burger, right? And then the lettuce is above the tomato, but it doesn't need to be touching, so it can be above the burger. Okay, they ate the board. But we can now go to this next puzzle. So now we've got 4 pieces. We want the cheese. Yeah, we want the burger above the cheese, The cheese next to lettuce, the burger next to tomato, and the lettuce next to tomato. Okay, so the burger and the lettuce want to be next to the tomato. So, you know, it has to be something like this. And then the lettuce wants to be next to the cheese. Okay, but they want the burger to be above the cheese, which means those two things need to swap. And then the cheese goes at the bottom. Yep, there we go. Tasty, tasty burger. What order do you like your burger in? Also, I eat pickles in my burger. So many things. So many things. Not next to something. The instructions, there's extra instructions flying all about. I assume they matter. So what do we know? We know the onion must be above the cheese, right? That's outside this line. And then we know the tomato wants to be next to cheese, which means like those two are basically connected. If we move things down, then they need to come together. The burger needs to be below the tomato, but obviously could be anywhere down. Those two also need to be together, but any order, right? It also could be this way, like the tomato can be next to the cheese in any way. And the bacon doesn't want to be next to the tomato, or next to the burger, or next to the bottom bun, but it wants to be under, or the cheese wants to be above the bacon. So it could do this. Burger doesn't want to be next to lettuce, and the bacon doesn't want to be next to the burger, but it means we can use the pineapple as a shield. Still wrong. Oh, because the lettuce doesn't want to be next to the burger, not the bacon. So yes, this should do it. There we go. We've done all of the burgers. The burgers are solved. Jigsaw Mountain. I tried to put this puzzle together, but I've managed to lose a few pieces. Maybe we can repaint some pieces from other jigsaws. Okay, so it's like those shapes make sense, but the colors don't make sense. Oh, good piece here to make it bigger. Okay, so for painting purposes, we can make it bigger. So we have a sun here, which means like we need to put in something there. Like I don't know like how the painting's gonna be. Like this is a corner, which means it will have to be here. But we will need to like paint like this, and then the rest of this is pink like the sky, right? So, but then can we color? Okay, we can't color the pieces that are really the jig, so we just need to color the extra pieces. So let's see where the lines. Oh, and we can also rotate them, right? Because I'm like thinking, what makes a good, what will make a good next piece of the sun if we were to color it, correctly. Unless, it's supposed to be a cloud here, right? So we can turn the car into a cloud that's covering up the sun, maybe. And we just have this little piece yellow to do that. And then we do the colors like this. And then that mountain is like this. By the way, I really appreciate, I'm not colorblind, but they have a colorblind mode here for people. So, they thought about making the game accessible and not a struggle, which is really nice when they do that for games, especially like smaller devs, They find the time and resources to help people play their game. Okay, so here we have those kind of mountain slopes. And I assume this is going to be here because we want more of like angular pieces, while here we want more slopey pieces. But yes, here's the line connects. So just need to finish coloring this job. And the bottom piece is like this, and then like this. Cool. Like, you'd have never known it wasn't the same pieces. But it's still not happy. I still didn't do it quite right. I didn't color this piece. Is that not okay? Is that not working? Why are you upset with me, game? Okay. I am missing this one corner. I'm supposed to be dark purple. System requirement satisfied. Close enough. Yes, we fixed our jigsaw. It's done. Strange jigsaw window utility. Captchallenge. Rip-free. Okay, so that's our status on the computer. Okay, they both have either 6 or 5 puzzles, so let's see. Oh, we have to solve the pictures to prove we're not a robot. No, none of this makes sense. It's like, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Oh no. What do we do now? I'm a robot. Someone help me. So I assume there's a trick. We're being tricked in some way that we need to figure out. I'm just trying to see what other, like, are there any other controls? Can we close it and pretend it's not happening? And I take the incorrect, make it into correct. Okay, fine, I admit it, I'm a robot. Maybe check out this other puzzle, see what's there. Pieces tell you which color pieces are next to them. This tells you there's a yellow piece to the lower left. This tells you there's a blue piece directly below this piece. All clues must be satisfied. Okay, so this is a color matching puzzle. So this piece wants a red piece next to it. But this piece wants a yellow... Oh no, this piece wants a blue piece under it, so... that works, right? Next is this. So we have a blue piece. We can't turn them as well, so like they have set positions. They want a blue piece directly under them, and that wants a red piece that direction, this kind of red piece. And then we have a yellow that wants to be next to a yellow, and the rest of them are fine. Yes, that makes a lot more sense that your orange and grapefruit puzzles. There's logic to this. I'm sure there's logic to the other one. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we have 2 blue pieces that want to be next to red pieces, and we have 1 red piece that wants to be next to blue. So like this, they satisfy each other. And then we have a yellow that wants a blue to the side. So actually, we probably want this yellow here, this blue here, then this red here, and then those 2 pointing at each other. Like this? Yes. And then in here we want a bunch of things. We want blues touching reds, blues touching yellows, yellows touching blues, and just a red piece that, you know, is not fussy. It will just accept whatever's happening. So let's pair them up. Because it's like, you know, the yellow that wants to be above blue, but we don't know which one, right? A blue wants to be above yellow, next to a yellow, next to a blue, and then this one wants red. Okay, so because there's only 1 red, and there's an up red and down red, we're gonna have to do this, right? Because they need this. And this thing is like, well, it needs to point at a blue, and this needs to point at a yellow, and then we just have those 2 here. Yeah. And now we have a lot more. We have triangles, we have squares. Well, we want this square wants to be pointing. Neighbors are having fireworks. Why? On the 27th of September? Who knows? Okay. So yes, this blue square wants to be pointing at yellow, so we know it's here. And therefore that makes this red go here. And so that tells us some things about, you know, where we're putting some of the other ones. I assume this may count. No, this is not going to count as pointing at this red square, but we know if something is pointing like down to red, that could be sitting here, or up to red. We have down to yellow, so that would fit here, and we have down to blue, which could fit here. Then we have a couple that want to point to yellow, one that wants to point to red, this one wants to point to blue, yellow, red, and we just have a free yellow. Okay, this one wants to point to blue, but it won't be either of those, so it has to be one of those. And they only obviously fit in specific places as well. So I think none of them will use the squares anymore, right? Because they're all diagonal pointing, which means they have to be pointing at each other. This red wants to point at red, so it has to sit next to one of the other reds. And this one wants to point to yellow, but the other yellows we have are the wrong configuration. So actually this could sit here, and that forms the correct chain. Something could sit here that wants to point either to yellow or to blue. This is the only one that's the right shape and wants to point to yellow. Okay, so then we have those pieces. 2 of them want to point to blue, right? So this one wants to point to blue, this one wants to point to red, this one wants to point to yellow, but this one also wants to point to blue. But that means it could point to this spare yellow, and this one can be here, so they feel like this. System requirement satisfied. Congratulations. Yep. We are doing logics, but I've done all of these logics and I still have to solve the CAPTCHA. I assume this fits somewhere on the picture, right? It's just that it doesn't fit here in the picture, and obviously I was trying to like offset it in the center to fit on the picture, but I think that's not it. So it fits somewhere else on the picture. We just have to find the right area, the right rotation, right, you know, things like here, but it's not quite. Yeah, there we go. It fits over there. Oh, Okay, this comes off in like a whole section. Yeah, we just had to rotate it. Where does this 4 fit in? Does it go onto a 4, or is there like an empty space somewhere where a 4 should be and we have to fit it in? I mean, if it's on an existing one, it's fairly straight, this one, so we would possibly see it, right? Because they're all very angled. Is there like a pattern they are in? But it has to be, I assume, the right size, the right orientation. If it fits on doubles, I'm like, does it fit here? No, it's not the right shape. It's like, see, it's just puzzle 4 out of 6, right? Do I just put it here? Yes, there we go. Not in the puzzle hole, but in the actual number. Jesus Christ. Does it fit here? No. Is there something missing? A puzzle piece shape? Ah, there we go. There is a piece here that looks kind of like a puzzle piece, but it's rotated the wrong way around, so we just fit it there, but rotate it. This space is intentionally left blank. Okay, well, we pick up the puzzle piece from here because it's been staring at me this whole time. And where do I put it? Can I pick up, I was like, can I pick up the letters and take them off the board? No, I know where it goes. It goes into the icon on the screen for the challenge. Yes, you're definitely human. Are you sure? I wouldn't be so sure. Okay. Now the utility is turned into a puzzle. Yeah, so here it tells us about the arrows, right? Because I was trying, like, when I saw that, I was like, do I just press it? So down, down. Oh, but maybe it makes a big code. Because I was like, I saw the arrows. This will move the menus of the game. Originally, if you pressed up or the controller button, you would go to the settings menu. But you can put a different screen there using this utility. Try it. There's a golden jigsaw out there. Can you reach it? Okay. So it sounds like if you pressed arrow, you would go to the settings menu. But pressing the arrows doesn't do anything for me. So I'm confused. Is it because now... No, it still says that settings are above me. I like that it makes the whole screen shake as if the game... Yeah, I'm pressing the arrow up and it's not happening. So I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused about this mechanic because now I'm like, if it's not working, then what will happen? But there's a golden piece, right? So it's like... Is it telling me if I press up, you'll go to settings and then I press those buttons and it takes me somewhere else, stuff like that? But so I can't move you are here and I can't move the golden menu. But it's like, can I move the menus next to each other? See, I saw those arrows on the menus when I got into the game, but I was like, nothing happens when I press them. So you are here and then it takes me to the main menu. So I've set them, I press up and nothing is happening. I press up here, nothing is happening. Just try it, I'm trying it. Okay, I may have possibly misunderstood. I thought there was some bug where, you know, I press an arrow, it doesn't work. But I think it just means if you press this, you go to settings. It doesn't mean press it on the keyboard, you just press the buttons linked to the depiction of the arrows, right? I was trying to like start entering secret codes with arrows. So with that in mind, I think all that does is like, yes, that button was to the settings menu, but we can make that send us somewhere else, right? And then we'll be able to maybe do more things. Like, I assume we have to go up because that's the only exit we have. Go up, right? So if we do that, if we set the menus like that, now we should have the save menu up, and then the settings menu is to the right of it, and then the main menu is above it. Okay, so that takes us to the save menu, and then the save files would take us up, but they don't because there's nothing there. And the main menu takes us to the the different arrows takes us to the thing, so we know that this is here. So it means this moves us 3 squares to the right. Okay, I'm starting to understand, right? Which means we could move something 3 squares to the right. So this one, it goes right and up, which means we will be on this square. We don't need to put anything here. But we have left and down. So if we put it here, that should be enough. So yeah, now we go here, then we go here, then we go right, right, right. And then we go back to main menu. And yes, we get a golden piece. And it goes in the door to the Jigsawverse. I solved strange jigsaws. Well, I assume not all of them. I just solved one of them. But now all my menus are messed up. But the computer disappeared. I guess that's fixed my menus. They're probably fine now. We're still having this flame situation that I don't know how to solve because there seems to be one more flame than we are able to cover up. Oh wait, no, there isn't one more flame than we are able to cover up because if we do this, then it works. Sometimes you just have to take a detour, right? You have to go to do something else and then you return and it all makes sense. We can move to the side. We have a lower pulley, some sort of screw, heavy. You are inside of a cube. This is a wall. Okay, so we can do things. We can collect a screwdriver and we can use it to unscrew some screws, lower some pulleys, strange jiggles. And what do we do with that? We can't unscrew it? Yes, we can. We can turn this on. And then there is a jigsaw inside of it. We have to put the screws over the holes and then make a jigsaw like that as well. Okay, we can. So this is the screwdriver like this. You have to like look through the pieces. So they have to come together, but I assume they also come over the screw holes. So they have to be correctly over the screw holes when doing this, but not correctly to connect the jigsaw pieces. We don't care about the jigsaw pieces anymore. Okay, it might be facing, like the whole thing might be facing another way because right now it's not working. And we also have to do it the right layering. So I think this is gonna be like this screw goes over this hole. Oh no, lower down one. This screw goes over this hole. And then this screw, that's not quite aligning. Ha. Do they go this way? If this screw goes over this hole, and this screw goes over this hole, yeah, that looks much better. Okay, and that piece is on top as well. That's important. Then this goes here. Yes, but again, need to arrange them so it's correctly on top. This goes here. But this one goes on top, this one goes on top, and then this one fits here. I need to change the ordering. There we go. We made a screwdriver. We got a rope. How do I get up there? Well, I don't know. Maybe you use a rope and press those arrows. Interestingly, there is this squiggle shape inside of this pulley thing that came out that kind of fits the rope. So yeah, if we put it there, and then we need the anvil, but it's heavy. So we can't quite get it there, but we still have puzzles here, right? So we have some... we can pull a rope from the end, so we have to figure out what connects to what. Okay, I think it's whiteboard time, honestly, game. I don't have good enough visual memory to like do this just looking at it without moving the pieces. Okay, so now we can actually do visual matching of the pieces instead of just trying to do this in our head. I assume they actually do fit perfectly together when you do this correctly. So yes, does this loop fit this piece? Yeah, it does. And then underneath here goes this. Then this goes on this side. And this goes here. And this goes here. Yes, that immediately makes lots of sense. And I mean, it looks like the rope we've collected in the game as well. And this side connects to this loopy bit. There we go. Much better with the whiteboard. So I did that. Still can't go up and down, but I assume somehow with this pulley I will be able to. I'm just unable to move this anvil right now. But if I go to the side, we have some other things. Oh, another heavy anvil. We've connected it. You're inside the cube. This is there's still something going on here. I can move the anvil here, attach it to the rope, and now it's on the pulley. Okay, we have the movement arrows only work in corners. Break the world. Oh, because if they're not in corners, then they don't work. But that means, yes, if I put it back together, go over here, break the world, I can move them to the corners. And then they should work. No, but I can rotate those arrows and put the pieces back together. And then I will be able to go up and down if I make the pieces sideways. I assume I don't need to put it all back together, but whatever. Okay, so now I can go down. This is the floor of the cube. Assemble this way up. Okay. This is the ceiling. Something's locked here. But what do I want with this moving up and down? Because I could, of course, arrange it the other way. We have a lock on the ceiling. Oh, assemble this way up. But that means... Okay, that means we have to just change this. After we broke the world, turn it around, put the pieces together so that the cube is correct. There we go, more jigsaws! Ah! They're breaking. When I press them, they explode. There is secret text. I thought it might be nice to take a break. You know, blow off some steam by destroying jigsaws. Sure. Okay, another heavy object. Yes, this is inside the cube. This is a wall. We did this. Yes, how do I get down there and up there? Well, I already kind of did, but I guess... do I go up and down from here? I mean, this is the ceiling, right? This is the ceiling with the lock. Do we also want it to be the right way up? Just like the floor was? Since we learned that from the floor. This is not a lock, okay? We want it to look correct, like a lock. There we go. And now it's a keyhole. But what does that mean? Does the zooming work in here? No, it does not. Okay, it is the ceiling. Oh yes, what about this then? Does this have some sort of meaning? I mean, it has a lock in the middle. It has another lock that was assembled incorrectly. So if we assemble it correctly, it might open. That piece has locked itself in, so I have to re-destroy the world. Ah, we need another password. What letters do we have? Oh, well, there are letters here, right? Which means we can probably assemble the letters to see what letters there are. We have to, like, put the pieces, like, this way, right? Facing not correctly to put the puzzle together. So, like, this connects to this connects to this. T. Oh, and then we have to collect the pieces with the letters. And then we have to, like, in our head, assemble them. Because obviously, yeah, it's not gonna all fit together, maybe. Because we have the R and the T. If you put that there, then we can't make the Z or the N. I guess it's an N based on how they are positioned on the things. So we have T, U, R, N. I mean, turn is an option. Like, don't need to reassemble it. We just go there and then enter the turn password. Turn key. Yes, key. There was a keyhole at the top. So if we disassemble everything again to get the up and down movement back. Oh, we have to reassemble the ceiling the right way around to open the lock again. Does this key fit here? Exit. Yes, we have another golden piece. One is computer, one is exit. Yes, I saw strange jigsaws again. But that means the third piece is likely here in the zoom section. Okay, so what am I missing in the zoom? This is just zoom in and out. Strange jigsaw, yeah, this is the battery, right? We need to use it to power the time machine. Do I need to make some sort of zoom where the battery is visible? Because, like, it will literally fit here, right? If I, like, reverse the order of those things, then it would make them go in. Yes, so I've taken the battery through and now I've powered the time machine, and that gives me the final golden piece. There's a strange man inside this door. Jigsaws on tape. Strange Jigsaws, 1981. Well, I've gone through what appears to be the first layer of this crazy game, but it goes deeper, it goes further, and we must return to it. I was not expecting this. I kind of started playing this like, oh, I wonder what it might be. It might be a funny little game, but turns out it has layers. So let me know in the comments what you thought about this one. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel, and I will see you soon on another adventure.